Okay, let's talk about the continent right now. We have Warriors, of course, being in action. Aqua United, also Nasarawa United, Aimba, they're playing today in Uganda. And of course, well, it's going to be a tough one for them. Remember, Paul Agbogun was actually saying that, hey, what he wants to do is to see how they can get past what they did last season. They actually crashed out from the group stage, losing to Smoha, a club in Egypt. I mean, I want to use the word unknown club right now.
Come on,
Egyptian clubs are really big, but if it's not Al Ahly or Zamalek and all that, and you're losing to Samoa, so this time around, you're thinking he's saying that, well, he's not gunning for the title this season, but just want to get them out of this and get to the group stage. And of course,
what are you talking about?
No, but seriously, that will represent progress from them not qualifying.
What sort of mind games in the preliminary round? No, we don't want that now. Maybe when you get to the semis, say that to distract your opponents. You must get beyond the preliminary round.
That's what I said. That's what I said. So that's his target. Because Warri Wolves will be playing in Nigeria, Warri Township Stadium. That's where they'll be playing. Aimba, of course, Memorial Stadium in Kampala.
Because they'll be playing a team from Sao Tome and Principe. So people don't want to just hear any excuse from Warri Wolves. Beat them silly, and then second leg just wrap it off. I think it's just Aimba and Aqua we should worry for, because Aqua is going to Congo Brazzaville. And you know how the Congolese are when they say Nigerian team.
Yes.
They just, lock up everywhere and try to catch us on the counter. And they've always, punished us for that. So for Aimba, I think that's what it takes to either get a draw, even win this, and then come back here to just seal it up. Same thing with Warri Wolves. Warri Wolves playing Generation Foot. We heard already. Nasarawa United, Generation Foot, we heard the team is already in Abuja.
They're coming in today.
That's right. Fantastic.
They're playing Abuja.
It's a shame about this one, though. This Nasarawa United team, it's a shame because the home advantage has been taken away from them. They'll be playing in Abuja. It would be a lot more, like I can imagine if they were playing in front of their own fans, that would have been a lot better. But then still, they're playing in Nigeria. You expect them to get a, convincing win going into the second leg.
But I think Generation Foot is actually second division side.
That's right.
So it was the upside the cost, winning the FA Cup. That's what brought them into the championship.
That's right.
Nasarawa United also is a top flight football club in Nigeria. But I think definitely for them, they can, they should be able to do so much more. I think they can.
That's right.
Okay. Away from football now, quickly we'll talk about athletics.
That's right.
You spoke with the Athletics Confederation President of Africa, and he said a whole lot about Nigeria development of athletics, and of course in Africa as a whole, what Nigeria is doing, the marathon. The fact that 2018, all African athletes will definitely be here for Nigeria. Their 45th anniversary, they will also be celebrating. All of them joining together. But let's listen to him. Most of the things he said that had to do with development of the game in Africa.
Let's talk about the 2016 Rio Olympics. That one will be done in August. Do you think African athletes have the quality to impress in Rio?
In 2012, we didn't get the level that we reached in Beijing. But according to our results last year in Beijing, 2015, during the World Championship, you must consider that the athletic events in the Olympic Games is like one edition of the World Championships. So we discovered new talent emerging, like this young boy from South Africa who won the 400. Another one from Kenya who won the 400 hurdles. And Africa won for the first time javelin, first and second. So we have many other in the junior championship who are really doing well. So I think that we will certainly, in Rio, we will achieve better than before.
Okay, let's come back to Nigeria. Nigeria will host the 2018 Africa Athletics Championship, which is really big, about the biggest athletics competition in Africa. How can we put up a good competition in 2018?
First, I would like to say that Nigeria is one of the strongest countries in athletics in Africa. We are proud of Nigeria. They are producing many talented athletes. They have produced also many talented athletes. But many of those athletes were prepared in the United States or in UK, abroad, not in Africa. We want to bring the preparation of our own athletes on the continent. And that's why I mentioned this high-performance, high-altitude training center. But also we have in Port Harcourt University a high-performance training center for sprint, jump, and other short-distance events. I think Nigeria has the capability to host one of the most successful events. because I believe that because I had the full support of the government, we have the full support of the sports authorities and also the full support of the Athletic Federation. I know Dr. Ogba is a very leading person in sports in Africa, in Nigeria, and he's committed to promote, to serve the pride of our continent.
Athletics do to ensure that our athletes stay clean?
I can say that our athletes are not corrupted for two reasons. First, we don't have the laboratory that make these doping substances. We don't have in Africa. Second, I think our athletes are managed by the managers, coming all of them from Europe. I would like to mention that. They are the only people who can advise our athletes to take or not the doping. So for me, I don't believe that we can consider Kenyan athletes or the Ethiopian athletes are the doped athletes. I don't believe that. But you see, all of us, we need to fight against doping. We need to educate our athletes by saying that doping is not good for their own health, but doping is a cheating process, so we don't agree that. And we will fight against very strongly doping in Africa. The media are saying things. This is because Kenya is one of the strongest countries in athletics. Maybe this is because Kenya, for the first time, emerged first country from Africa in the World Championship last year. We can consider all those situations, and we will fight to protect the pride of our continent.
Thank you for speaking to us. Thank you.
Well,
okay. That's a lot of talk.
Yeah, African athletes are clean. I think I actually love that. I mean, he's so confident about it, and like, look, there's doping issues you guys are talking about. We ensure that hard work is the basic principle, and that's what is pushing everyone. Now, for the Kenyans, they know very well that they get so much money, you know, in athletics, so they wouldn't want to actually stain themselves, you know, with dope, because once you found out, I mean, everything is all gone, and that trust is not there anymore.
That's right. Cecilia, remember, I also mentioned that the Western media, they are scared that Kenya is not doing so well. They're not just performing in the long distance races anymore. They're also getting into the field events.
Yes.
And they're doing so well. So he says that while we hear this about our athletes, we should also let the Western media know that we also know that Kenyans work so hard.
They work hard,
They work so hard. It's like someone doubting what Blessing Okagbare has done. She works so hard. You know, this was trying to tell us.
Yeah, well, Austin, Cecilia, I'm not exactly.
I know.
You know, I'm not. You know what?
I know, right?
You know where I was coming.
Behind the scene yesterday, I mean, it was all argument about the Kenyan athletes and everything.
Yeah. You can't say for sure what's doping or not, because it's been a scourge for a long time now, and it's almost becoming a case of, you know, guilty until proven innocent. It's a shame it's come to that stage. So, but hopefully the Kenyans and you know, the Ethiopians, Kenya, I mean, they're big right now. At the last IAAF World Championships, they were first on the table. You know, so let's hope that's just down to hard work and no steroids.
Exactly, because you know what the Western media mean. What the reports over there is the fact that they said there's actually some of the federation presidents have actually covered up, you know, some athletes who dope, and they're giving them a deadline to actually, you know, prove to the world that, look, we are actually tackling cheating and doping and all that. They've missed the deadline. They've not been able to prove that. But I think, you know, when one of the officials yesterday was talking about the fact that, look, we try as much as possible to do these things that Wad is talking about. We've done it several times. We don't cover up athletes who cheat. There's so many who have tested positive. We've seen about 4 or 5 Kenyan athletes you know, ban and all that because of those things. He was saying that if we don't do this, how will these ones even come out? So, you know, because of the high altitude and the fact that the blood samples they take usually change and all that. You know, we actually brought a medical doctor to explain the reason why they're actually having different blood samples and all that, because of the high altitude, the changes and everything. I don't really understand the technicalities of those things involved, but I think the Kenyans actually have that advantage because of where they reside, where they train and all that.
That's right. Cecilia Tayo, I also understand the pain of the West. The IAAF and WADA, they're going after Russia. They have an eye on the United States of America. Yes. Kalkaba says we don't even have the lab in Africa where some of these drugs are made. you know, that everything is in the West. And most of the time to do well, you have a coach from the West.
Yeah,
so this man is saying that they should check themselves properly before they come to Africa.
Yeah, but they're doing their thing. They're doing their job. That's why they blew the whistle on Russia. That's why they're blowing whistles all over the place. And if you have to come to Africa, then fair enough. Yeah, as long as you know you're clean, your house is clean, then you don't have anything to worry about.
Relax, let's go to the Olympics.
Come on.
Come back. Let's go.
Well, right now, they'll definitely be on the watch list of
That's right.
WADA.
Yeah, a lot of countries on the watch list. Yeah. That's how it goes.